Hello and welcome to SnowRunner. Here we are in season... Ooh, what would this be? Yeah, this would be season 14 on Uterfield in Australia. And I've got warehouse troubles activated here, and we're just going to deliver this here. This probably was intended to be done with one of the Earth Roamers. But this is the vehicle I have here. It should be an easiest drive. I don't remember the mud being too crazy. This is the only area where maybe there should be some mud, but anyway. I just figured this would be some background. Honestly, the main reason the Sentinel isn't a good choice is like the CK-1500. It doesn't really have the weight it needs to transfer the power to the ground to actually move stuff other than the small Scout flatbed that only moves one slot of cargo at a time. So we'll see if I regret this idea. But anyway, this is just a channel update video, and I just figured I'd do something interesting for background. Though I have to admit, the way I'm getting pushed around by this trailer. Hey, things could get interesting. We'll see. Anyway, moving on. So, it's getting to the time of year with my job where I'm going to start working 6 days a week. And what that means for the channel is potentially no videos until mid-January. I'm hoping to get a few videos recorded so I can sort of have stuff come out at least every other week. And so you don't go 6 to 8 weeks without a video. That is not my intention, and I'm hopefully going to record a video or two this weekend. I have enough film for another Expedition of War episode, but I haven't published that one because it kind of turned into a two-parter what I was doing, and before I can do that, I forgot there was one other thing I could do, so hopefully I'll record what I need to record to release both the two-parter and the in-between Expedition of War video. Now that I'm thinking and looking at this would have been perfect for trying out the new crawler suspension Saber just dropped for some of the original Scouts into the game. But anyway, so I'm hoping to do that. And then that way you'll have 3 Expedition of Wars, and there hopefully won't be time and issue to having interruptions in scheduled releases like last year. At least I think I went at least a month last year without releasing some stuff. So see, I don't remember the mud being too bad here. Unfortunately, neither of the tractors that were introduced in this DLC have the option to pull Scout trailers. I thought, oh, why don't I pull it with one of the farm tractors? Unfortunately, that is not an option. And this is where, instead of having off-road tires, I'd probably be better served by mud tires. So, let's see if I can get out of this. Nope, I got myself stuck, so... well, not a big problem. Because we have this. This shouldn't have a problem pulling both the Sentinel and the trailer out of the little muddy mess it's in. But anyway, just kind of wanted to do a little channel update video, and I figured I haven't really done a lot of Austria gameplay on this channel, so I thought I'd show that off. Wish, even if it was a made-up brand that we had got, say, the 6x6 version of the pin scour. Oh, that thing would have been so useful. With the canvas top to keep the center of gravity low. It doesn't need to have a crazy amount of supplies. I just maybe give it, oh, I don't know, let's say 60 or 80 liters of fuel and 300 repair points. And just not everything needs a roof rack, not everything needs to be super capable. As for what I'd price it, I'd want it to be low, so that would probably mean it needs either unique off-roads or just generic highway tires. Or you could, I guess, level lock tires, which would be a better idea, but yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that we went to Austria and didn't get a pin scour. I mean, I guess if you wanted to stick with the traditional Scout setup, there is a 4x4 version of the pin scour that you could use, and that may give you a little more leeway to, say, give it some unique either all-terrain or off-road tires without having to jack up the price to balance it. For instance, the Continental there, even though it doesn't have unique tires, it's $40,000 if you want to buy an additional one. And the first time I went into more, I bought one because I didn't know you could get one by doing a task. And so that wasn't really fun. And I brought this over here just kind of randomly, but I'm glad I did because there's a coiled tubing trailer I need to move. I think that's the, let's see. Yeah. Oh no, I'm thinking if there is another one. Oh, and double-edged swords, which I believe there's one other contract you have to do before this becomes available. Double-edged sword is the contract to build this bridge, so you no longer have to go through this detour. So that's also something to keep in mind. So in the interest of not burning a lot of fuel, we'll move the Sentinel there and I'll just park this out of the way. Oh, and let's not roll it over. That I would very much like to not roll it over. I'll just park it right here. This will be fine. Oh, okay. Good thing there's a tree there. I didn't think about the trailer getting stuck there when I did that. Oopsies. Anyway, so that's all. I just kind of wanted to do a little channel update. I'm potentially thinking in the future, and by future here I mean when Expedition Amore is finished, uploading a little less often so I can focus on my creative writing. Haven't decided whether that's going to be every other week or once a month, but I'd like to devote a little more attention to my writing, so time will tell how that goes, but that's kind of the other thing I've been meaning to, like, make an announcement about, so there's that. And let's see. That. When you come to a situation like this, Scouts do kind of give you an option that you don't have with full-size vehicles, and that's you can kind of make your own path to go around them, or at least around the most difficult parts of a situation like this. So what we're going to do is just drive straight across here. You shouldn't have a problem. You could argue you want to be doing this in a place where your winds can definitely reach a tree, so this is kind of a little risky at this exact point. Maybe going to there at the end of the water would have been a better idea, but it looks like we made it. And that's the nice thing about Scouts, is you don't have to go through the mud obstacle directly through it. There may be opportunities to make your own path lead around certain obstacles. Yeah, better choice if you're talking about a base game Scout would probably be the Lodestar 1700. Or you could argue that the Scout 800 would be heavy enough, and that always on diff would be nice, so I wouldn't have to go relatively slow in low gear. See, is there a way around this? I mean, if I got up and around that way, maybe. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It looks like there kind of is a way around here. So we can just do it this way. In case anybody's wondering, I have JAT off-road tires. I forget exactly which ones, but that's what I'm running here on this truck just because I like the look of it, basically. The coatings on JAT off-roads don't really affect things as much as, say, the mud tires do. Mud tires are above the Scouts. If you're going to buy just one DLC that isn't a Region DLC, JAT tires are absolutely the winning choice here, in my opinion. So, anyway, just wanted to show that off, and we'll just pull this right through here. And now we just have to deliver some stuff and apparently remove some stuff from here. Oh, there's the garbage. Anyway, oh, that's probably another tip. When you're moving and you're about to leave a vehicle, make sure you're on what the game considers hard dirt and not mud or soft ground, so you don't see it sink in and then come back to some vehicle which may not be by something that you can winch to. Anyway, thank you for watching.